Now, there's a lot of people arguing that console gaming is far cheaper than PC gaming, which, I mean, in some ways it is, and in some ways it isn't. And I certainly know it can be daunting to think about dropping a large amount of money on a gaming PC, but in a way, and depending on what you go with, it's cheaper than one might think. Hey guys, what's up? It's Umbruhh here, and today I am going to be explaining why PC gaming is less expensive than you might think. So, let's think of it this way. Let's look at the new systems that just came out. I mean, if you want to call it that, because you can't find them anywhere. And I'm going by the retail selling price of these systems. Again, not counting the asshole resellers. There's the Xbox Series S, which costs about 300 American dollars. The PS5, which is $400, the digital PS5, and the disc version PS5 and the Xbox Series X, which is $500. Now, compare it to this PC build, for example, and all the components costing around $996, American dollars again. And this build is really good. It can do 1080p and 1440p at high settings with high refresh rate. And if you figured you won't need 1440p, you can get a far cheaper build. And that's the great thing about PC gaming, is that you can choose the build according to your needs. So if you want to get something cheaper, if you only plan on playing games like Valorant, Fortnite, World of Warcraft, and Counter-Strike, then you can get something far cheaper. But if you want, or if you want to go 1080p and you want high settings for competitive games and you don't mind turning down the settings for like AAA games, you can get something really nice for around $800 or $700. And another thing that a lot of people seem to forget about gaming PCs is that they're in fact PCs. Like, you can use them as a computer the same thing you would a laptop or anything like that. And odds are, if you have a console such as an Xbox or a PlayStation, you probably have a laptop or a computer that you use for school assignments or work, because not many of us browse the internet, do work, or school assignments through a gaming console. If so, I applaud you for your patience, because I know browsing the internet back on my 360 days frustrated me. Odds are a lot of us already have laptops or pre-built office PCs ranging anywhere from $400 to $2,000, especially if you have something like a MacBook or an Asus ZenBook or any type of premium laptop. So alongside dropping $500 on a console with a laptop, you would have spent anywhere from $800 to $2,500 altogether. Now, going back to how a gaming PC is a computer, depending on the specs you decide to go with and the laptop you're comparing it against, it will most of the time be a lot more powerful and faster at performing tasks than a laptop. The only downside is if you decide to go with a gaming PC rather than a gaming laptop, you will lose portability. Unless, again, you decide to go with a gaming laptop. However, gaming laptops at around the price of the example build are most of the time far weaker. And alongside that, there are no subscriptions that you have to pay for online when you're playing PC, although this excludes some games that include a subscription like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy XIV, which require you to pay a monthly sub. You won't need to pay a yearly or monthly fee to pay online like you would with Xbox Live Gold, PlayStation Plus, or Nintendo Switch Online when you're playing on console, so you'll be saving quite a bit of money in the long run if you decide to play multiplayer games on PC. Another positive thing to note about PC gaming too is all the frequent deals that you can find on games, either through their storefronts or other websites such as Green Man Gaming, not sponsored by the way, and other storefronts like Steam that usually have a really good refund policy that allows you to refund a game either to your Steam wallet, credit card, debit card, or PayPal if you don't like it, as long as it's within 14 days and you have less than 2 hours of playtime. An advantage that Xbox and PlayStation don't offer, although they really should if they're making digital-only systems. Anyways, depending on how you go about it, PC gaming can cost the same and in many ways be cheaper than playing on a console, although it can still be an expensive choice, especially if you're like me and you have a gaming PC, a PS4 Pro, and a Nintendo Switch. Although I do understand why a lot of people would like to go with consoles rather than PCs. Like, I completely understand it. Like, building PCs can be stressful, like, and along with finding all the deals on components and trying to find the right ones, which one works best with what, like, it can be easier to just plug and play like you would a console, but if you're looking for something cheaper, don't write off PC gaming entirely because it can be a lot cheaper than consoles in a lot of ways. Anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Comment down below whether or not you prefer console or PC gaming, and if you plan on getting the new systems or the new graphics cards. Subscribe for more gaming content, and I will see you all later. Umbruhh, out.